Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to everyone. Now, today we are going to present you about combating food waste, the analysis and the solution of what can we do about food waste. Now, before we started, I'm going to introduce my team first. Now, it all start with me. My name is Muhammad Afif Nafal Muhammad Azli.
And my name is Muhammad Arif Amin bin Muhammad Sanusi.
Mhm.
And my name is Muhammad Adam Reno bin Ghazali.
All right, thank you. Now, without further ado, we're going to explore each by each, piece by piece, on what's the cause and can it harm we as humans. Now, for the first slide we have right here is the food waste and the UNSDG. Now, what is UNSDG? It's a United Nations of a program that tried to address the food waste problems. There's been a research in 2022 where there is about 1 billion meals daily wasted all over the continent. Now, for the most part, it just came from China and India because most of the foods are come from there because they have the most populations. But at the same time, they have about 783 million people who suffer from world hunger. So it just shows that these stats are not consistent with what we have. We wasted over 1 billion food, but at the same time, there is a lot more people that actually need the foods. But we decided to maybe just want to waste it. These are irresponsible from us, and there is a lot of things that needed to be changed. So that's brought me to the second part. What is the problem? How can we address the food waste? Now, SDG actually have prediction in 2030 there is going to be some capita. That means at that level, at that year, we will reduce some food waste, we will reduce some food losses by supply chain, and there is sustainable source that have been improved, maybe for environmental impact. But does it happen? Actually, not really. As you can see, the world is not on track to achieve FDG. Why? Because one third of all food produced globally are either lost or just wasted. So that means we made some food, but the food get lost, get wasted, and the progress is just way too slow. We have no stronger policy, no innovative solution. There is no collaboration, so people don't know about it. And the third part is there is zero hunger pathway. People try to change, and there is a lot of way to actually do that. Make more food available for consumption, surplus food be redirected to vulnerable population like the Palestinians, or just enhance food access and security. Build an infrastructure where food can be accessed to a different part of the country. There is a lot of access. There is a lot of benefits and tactics that we want to use. But do we do it? Maybe not. And that could have brought us to the second part of the slides. I'm going to pass this presentation to my next colleague. Thank you.
So, from my point, the first one is you can see the overwhelming number, which is every year we waste a staggering 1.5 billion tons of food globally. So, to put this at in my perspective of our perspective, in calculation, that means about 90% of all food that is available to us is simply thrown away. For the second one is you can see at the chart bar the moral and the human impact. So while we waste over a billion tons, which is 788 million people worldwide are facing hunger, this isn't just an environmental problem. It's a massive moral and humanitarian failure. So the third one is the environmental cost, which is hidden emissions. It's a climate issue. So basically, the food waste is responsible for 8 to 10% of global emissions. If food waste were a country, it would be the third largest emitter of greenhouse gases. So if you can see the chart, the round one is right after the China and the US. This is because when food decomposes in a landfill, it releases methane, a highly potent greenhouse gas. So let's move on to our slide 4, where waste occurs. So the first one is production versus consumer waste. Where does this waste actually happen? We can generally divide it into two main areas, as shown as the top: production loss and consumer waste. So what is production loss? So production loss happens early, which is its food loss due things like poor harvesting, inadequate storage or transport in finishes. The second one is consumer waste. Consumer waste happen later. So it's driven by our behavior like overbuying, poor planning, confusion over best before dates and oversized portion at the restaurant. So the second one is highlighting the major contributing, which is the bar chart. As you can see, the bar chart, they have multiple bar chart there. So if you look at the geographical breakdown, the volume of food waste is the highest in the most populous nation. The chart clearly shows China and India are the largest contributors in absolute volume. This is often driven by massive population and challenge in infrastructure and cold chain management. The last one is contextualizing versus developing nations. While those countries lead in volume, in developed nations like the USA and Brazil, the waste per person is extremely high. Our waste is often concentrated at the consumption level, which is household and retail, emphasizing the need for better habits, labeling, and food recovery programs. So I will pass my presentation to Adam.
Okay, thank you, Arif. Now we're gonna talk business action. This slide show what business can do to cut food waste. First, business should set a goal, check which is department waste that most, and work with food bank to donate extra food. Next, business should improve storage food, train staff, and use old food before new stock. So this step can help save money and reduce waste of food. Next, I'm gonna next next this slide show about the government can do. They can give tax in like to make food donate more rewarding. They can create the landfill ban so leftover food is used for purpose instead of being thrown away. They should fix labor standards so people don't get confused by dead labor. And lastly, uh, run awareness campaign to teach people to not waste food. Right now, it's 21 countries already include food waste in their economic climate plan, and 4 G20 country has system that track it. That's all from me. And now I'm gonna pass to Afif.
Okay. All right.
So sorry,
I
Adam, I mean, you're gonna pass this one
yeah.
for me. So I'm gonna start mine. So as you can see, there is campus leadership, which is UCAM model. So the first one is the scale of campus action. Shifting to solution, this is look at the campus leadership model at UKM. Our campus produce a significant amount of waste, which is 470 metric tons annually. But the good news is that we are actively tackling it, achieving a 16% beneficial use of that waste. So the next one is diversion from our landfill. The goal of beneficial use is simple: keep organizing waste out of the landfill where it produces harmful material. We are diverting this organic waste in turning into something useful. The next is the three key application, the innovation. How are we doing this? We have three innovative applications for this waste. So the first one is composting. So did you all know what is composting? So basically composting, this is the traditional practical approach. They are taking organic waste and turning into a soil conditioner for campus landscaping application. The next one is the next way is biogas. Biogas. We are using anaerobic digestion to break down waste, which captures the methane and turns into a renewable energy.
Mhm.
The next one is, or the last one will be protein feed, which is black soldier fly. This is cutting edge approach. We use black soldier fly, which is BFF in short processing. This larvae consume the food waste and are then harvested to become a highly nutritious protein source for animal feeds. This is an incredible example of circular economy in action. So I think that's all from me. So I will pass to our class, our leader, which is Afif.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. And now for the last part is a hope for 2030. Now we are important. Every single person matters in this campaign, in this topic, this problem. People should take actions. Whether you are individual, you're in a business, you're in a policy, or in a team. For individual, you can start to store your meals properly to avoid the food to getting waste, or try to plan your meals. Try to have a more balanced meal, because if you're not really eating a lot, you should have a planned meal, a very good organized meal. Or try to share the food with other people to avoid wasted foods. Now, if you're in a business though, should try to measure the risk of the foods that you will waste. Because without trying to measure the foods that we try to produce, this can lead to a very massive wasted food. In Dunkin' Donuts, Pizza Hut, McDonald's, there's been a lot of research which show that this corporation wasted over millions of food every single week, and try to improve more operations. By improving more operation, we can start to organize and start to understand how we can use more food in a better way and donate the money that we have to a more needed countries. For example, the Palestinian people in Africa, they need more foods. By doing this, we can help not only the food waste problem, but world hunger too. But if you're part of a team or policy support, to enable infrastructure to have more access to more food, to try to reduce some incentive more wasted opportunity. So by doing this, we can also aware and spread some awareness by having team. SDG has been through a lot. They make a lot of campaign, they make a lot of ads, they make a lot of poster. Just try to spread more message. Okay. So in conclusion, though, we are all matters and all important in this campaign, in this topic, in this problem. We should take action, whether you are a team or individual. If it's not you, who else can fight this problem? We are the one who need to take responsibility and change the world. That's all from us. Thank you very much.
In conclusion, food waste is not just an environmental issue, it's a human issue. Every piece of food we throw away could have fed someone in need. By reducing food waste, we are only not saving resources like water, energy, and money, but also showing care and responsibility towards our planet and our community. When we plan our meals carefully, buy only what we need, and use leftover creatively, we take small but powerful steps to make a big difference. Imagine if everyone made this effort, there would be less hunger, less pollution, and more sustainably for future generation. So let's play our part. Start today in our homes, school, and communities. Together, we can build a world where no food is waste and no one goes hungry. Food waste is something we can control. So let's choose to make a positive change. So that's all for me. Thank you.